All right, this is section 5.2, proportions. And to start with this section, we'll start with a little review of what we were doing last section, 5.1, which was over unit rates and ratios. This one says, determine if each scenario is fair or unfair, and how can you tell? Well, the first one says that you pay $184 for 2 tickets, and I pay $266 for 3 tickets to the same concert, though. So we're going to see if this is fair or unfair here. So to find out if it's fair or unfair, we're going to find the unit rates. And that's what we can use to compare. And remember, to find unit rates, you just divide. So they're really easy to find. So the first one, you pay $184 for 2 tickets. And when you do the division there, 184 divided by 2 gives you 92. So remember, you have to label it dollars per ticket. And then I pay $266 for 3 tickets. So if you divide 266 divided by 3, that gives you $88 and 60, it says 0.6 repeating, so that'd be 67 cents. And you can see that is not fair because I got mine for a cheaper rate, possibly use a different website. And then for the next one, it says you get 75 points for answering 15 questions correctly. I get 70 points for answering 14 questions correctly. Is this fair? So this would be, again, points per question, not questions per point. That doesn't really make sense. Points per question. So we're going to do 75 points divided by 15 questions. And that gives you 75 divided by 15 is 5. That's points per question. And so we have to use both labels. And then I get 70 points for answering 14 questions correctly. So 70 divided by 14 is also 5 points per question. So this is fair. I would assume if we're taking the same test that the points be spread equally, and if I get 1 less question, I get less points, 5 less points for that. So this is fair. All right, so let's get to today's vocabulary for today's lesson. We're talking about proportions in this lesson, and a proportion is an equation, stating that 2 ratios are equivalent. 2 quantities that form a proportion are said to be proportional. So it's an equation. It looks like this. 2/3 equals 4/6. Or you would say 2 to 3 equals 4 to 6. So it looks like 2 fractions. We just call them ratios. A ratio is really just a fancy way of saying a fraction. And we know those ratios are equivalent. So a proportion is 2 ratios that are equal to each other. That is the key word, is that they are equivalent with one another. All right, so let's talk about ways we can tell if 2 proportions are equivalent, or if we would say they're proportional. And one way you can do it is, like we've already talked about, is reducing them. You can reduce the fractions and see if you get the same fraction. So if you reduce by 2, so divide both these by 2 here, you're going to get this fraction to be 3/4. And if you reduce by, let's see, try to take out the biggest number we can, that would be 6. Both these have a 6 in common. You get 16 goes into 18 3 times. It goes into 24 4 times. So you would say, yes, these are proportional because they're equal. And in this next one, you can take out a 4. So if we divide by 4, that would give us 4/5, 4/5. And in this one, you can take out a 3. And that would give you 3, and 3 goes into 12 4 times. And if you reduce it down all the way and they don't give you the same fraction, then you would say, no, they are not proportional. So that's one way you can tell, is by reducing them. All right, the second way you can tell is by dividing, which is another way we've talked about. You can turn them into decimals and see if you get the same decimal. So if you divide 6 divided by 8 in your calculator, 6 divided by 8 gives you 0.75. And if you do 18 divided by 24, you also get 0.75. So I'm just doing top divided by bottom. Now, these 2 ratios are the same as what we had up here at the top. So, of course, they're still going to be proportional, but this is just another way that you can tell. And then, obviously, these are going to be not proportional, but to show our work, we could do 16 divided by 20, which is 0.8. And we could do 9 divided by 12, which is 0.8. 75. So they're not proportional because they give you two different decimals. Either way, we have a way that we can show our work by writing down what the decimals are equal to, or you can write down what the fractions reduce to. So on your homework for tonight, you're going to see a bunch of yes or no questions, and you have to show your work. You have to decide which method you want to choose to show your work. You can reduce them, or you can divide them, or there's a third way that I'll show you. And that third way is using cross products. And cross products are really cool because it's a really fast and simple way to check to see if the ratio is proportional by multiplying the diagonals together. Obviously, the word product means to multiply. So we're going to multiply 8 times 18 will be the diagonal, and we're going to multiply 6 times 24. So when you multiply 8 times 18, you get 144. And when you multiply 6 times 24, you also get 144. Again, these are the same ratios as up above, so this is proportional. It's a really quick way of checking, a really convenient way of checking. Doing the same thing over here, if we do 20 times 9, 20 times 9 is 180. And 16 times 12, flip back over to my highlighter here, 16 times 12 gives you 192. So you get two different values for the cross products, so they are not proportional. So you can use any of these three methods you would like. You just have to make sure you show your work on your work paper. All right, so here are the rules for cross products. In a proportion, A over B equals C over D, so two ratios are equivalent if A times D and B times C are equal, and that's called cross products. Okay, so you can see down here from the example, 2 times 6 equals 3 times 4, because 2 times 6 is 12 and 3 times 4 is 12, so those are proportional if the two cross products are equivalent. And if they're not equivalent, then they're not proportional. All right, so let's look at these examples, and we're going to specifically use cross products to tell if they're proportional or not. So we do 2 times 5 and 1 times 10. 2 times 5 is 10. 1 times 10 is 10, so these are proportional. And example B, 4 times 24. 4 times 24 is 96. And 6 times 18 is 108. So these are not proportional. Not proportional. Example C, 3 times 5 is 15. 10 times 6 is 60. So these are not proportional. And in example D, 20 times 15 is 300. And 25 times 12 is also 300. So these are proportional, and it's really easy to check. That's using cross products to tell if two ratios are proportional or not. Now, if they give you a chart like this one, then using cross products would be a little inconvenient because we have so many different numbers we'd have to check. So what we're going to do is we're going to use method 2, and method 2 said to divide. So we are going to divide all of these, and we're going to divide the bigger number divided by the smaller number, which is usually y divided by x. So I rewrote all these ratios for us as y on top and x on bottom, so we can divide the bigger number divided by the smaller number and see what we get. Although it doesn't really matter which one you do, you just have to divide to see if you get the same decimal. So 1/2 is actually the decimal 0.5. So I'll put 0.5 up here. So in my calculator, I just have to do 3 divided by 0.5, and that's 6. And 6 divided by 1 is 6. And then if we get 6 for all these, then we're good. If any one of these is different than 6, then we know it's not proportional. 3 and 1/2 is the same as 3 halves is the same as 1 and 1/2, which is the same as 1.5. So 9 divided by 1.5 is 6, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So all these are the same, so they are proportional. Again, if any one of them is different from the rest, then it's not proportional. Dividing is the easiest method to use here because using cross products, you'd have to check so many different ones that it's simpler just to divide the four ratios together. In example B, we can do y divided by x. So that's 12 divided by 1, which is 12. 24 divided by 2, which is also 12. 48 divided by 4, which is 12. And 72 divided by 6, which is also 12. So they're all the same again. So I know that this chart of ratios is also proportional. All right, this next example says you swim your first 4 laps in 2.4 minutes. You complete 16 laps in 12 minutes. Is the number of laps proportional? So we have to write our own proportion for this one. So we can do either laps per minute or minutes per lap. We'll talk more about that later. For right now, we'll do 4 laps, and we'll write that over 2.4 minutes. And then the next one, we're going to see if it's proportional or not. I usually put a question mark because I'm not sure if it's equal to 16 laps and 12 minutes. So 16 laps over 12 minutes. So there is our proportion. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use cross products to see is it proportional or not. So when you use your cross products, 2.4 times 16, and we're going to do 4 times 12. And 4 times 12 is 48. And 2.4, let me write that down, 48. And 2.4 times 16 is 38.4. So these are not proportional. So not proportional. And I guess the good reason why would be, well, you know, as you're swimming, the longer you swim, the more tired you're going to get. So if you're swimming 16 laps, your speed's obviously going to slow down. All right, and then our final example, it says you read the first 20 pages of a book in 25 minutes. You read 36 pages in 45 minutes. Is the number of pages proportional? Well, unlike the last problem where we were swimming laps and doing physical activity, which can cause you to get tired, usually if you're not distracted, you don't have the TV on, you can probably read around the same rate you normally would read at. So if you look at the first ratio we're given, which is 20 pages in 25 minutes, we can write 20p over 25 minutes. And we can see, is that proportional? Is that equal to 36 pages in 45 minutes? And again, using cross products is going to be a really simple way to do that. So we can cross multiply, and we can multiply 20 times 45, and 20 times 45 is 900. And then we can do 25 times 36, and 25 times 36 is also 900, so we know they are proportional. So again, using cross products is one of the 3 ways you can tell if 2 ratios are proportional, and the other 2 were dividing and reducing. And you can use any of them as long as you show your work. All of them are valid ways to work out all the problems on section 5.2.